Welcome! You are looking live at a shot of Robert Smalls Memorial Stadium here in Charleston, South Carolina. It's a 3-4 Charleston Predators play hosted at 5-2 Houston Headhunters. I'm Colin Nordrup, and joining me in the booth is my father, Rick Nordrup.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Charlestown.
Alongside stat assistants Gerald Smith and Axel Raven, executive producer Cameron Irvine, we welcome you to the Saturday evening block here in week 8 of the SFL season. Rick, Charleston's won 3 straight games after starting on 4. What's been the key to their season?
Well, Colin, the Charlestowners have found a way to win games on the strength of their defense, which has been really consistent group all year. Coming into this weekend's games, they've only given up an average of 17.1 points per game. 4th best in the league, and have given up a combined 27 points during their 3-game winning streak.
On the other side for Houston, Rick, the Headhunters are trying to rebound from last week's loss to Kansas. They were defeated 48-7. What do they need to do to bounce back?
In Houston's case, Colin, quarterback Dave Burr needs to have a case of short-term memory loss about his performance. Last week, he was 9 of 27, throwing for only 91 yards, Colin, and 2 picks versus Canton, and will look for a bounce back here versus the Charlestown defense, which ranks no lower than 11th in any defensive category. Houston also possesses the number 2 rushing offense in the league with 145 yards on the ground per game, so Colin, look for them to be prominently featured today.
Well, let's introduce you to the Houston offense as Greg Corky sets them up. They're led by the quarterback we just talked about, number 2, Dave Burr. Joining Burr in the backfield are running backs 21, G.P. Wells, number 28, Josh Slapp, plus the fullback, number 47, Dan. Wide receivers are Mike St. Green, number 15, number 16, C.J. Parrish, a rookie, number 17, Ryan Davis, number 88, Greg Corky, who just returned the kick, and a Hall of Famer, D.R. Stitt. I'll tell you a little bit more about him after this play, which we'll see Burr operate with split backs out of the backfield against a 5-man line for the Predators. The give is to Slapp, and Slapp will pick up 5 yards to set up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, a surprising little pickup against a strong D front there, Colin.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. Sim is a 9-time All-Star and an 18th season grad. The tight ends are Daisy Peace, taking number 12 overall in the team, and the Hall of Famer Tiberius Bovine competing in its 20th SFL season. It's the offensive line after this play, which shows the fullback stop for no gain by number 42, Jack Brown. The offensive line, Kenny Cook, number 71, a rookie, and Barry Simeon are the tackles. Simeon wears number 77. And Sarah Bergen's number 70 is the guard. Amen. Kopech is the backup quarterback, number 5, as Burr completes this pass over the middle to Curtis for the first down.
Didn't even get a chance to set up that 3rd and longer than they'd like, and who cares? Curtis for the catch. For the first down.
This is the 4th meeting between these teams. The home teams won all 3 previous games, including in the last meeting of these 2 teams in season 20, which was won by Charleston by 3 points, 30-27. Give to Slapp, and he's stopped in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, that 2nd and 5 becoming 3rd and 5, and here 1st down becoming 2nd and 12. Giving themselves a little longer putt than they'd like to have, Colin.
Burr back to throw. Fires down the field, tipped away and incomplete. Let's introduce you to the Charleston defense, starting with the man who knocked away that play, corner number 25, Adam Nold. He's joined by number 22, Mark Martin, and number 43, Corey Minnick. Free safeties are Matt Ryan and Sam Blotman, numbers 27 and 46 respectively. Strong safeties, number 21, Dick Clear, number 28, John Stamenga. 3rd and 12, empty backfield for Houston. Burr fires down the field, overshot everybody, incomplete. And the Headhunters will be forced to punt. Corky, the intended receiver. And that's a quick 3 plays and a punt for the Headhunters.
Yeah, with that set of downs, You know what I noticed about Burr, excuse me, he took a short 3-step drop and didn't really step into that throw at all and still fired a rocket downfield. That's impressive.
Charleston will take over at their own 11-yard line, led by the quarterback, number 7, John Lakeman, practitioner of the Lakeman Shuffle. The backfield consists of 2 running backs, number 23, Saren Storm, and number 40, Nick Hokeman. The Predators roster 2 fullbacks, number 33, Terrell Sunderland, and number 44, Brad Taylor Wright. We'll get to the receivers after this play. This is a 1st and 10 out of the I. 3 wide until 2 to the bottom. Give to the second man through the hole, that is Hokeland, and he stopped at the pickup of 1, Jason Peace on the stop for Houston. The receivers, number 11, Hodis Odobi. Number 14, Ian Francis, and rounding out the group is number 16, rookie Brenington James. Davies Reed, number 18, leads the team in receiving yards and touchdown. And in the middle of the 13th season, Benjamin Warner, number 81, leads the team in receptions. Lakeman back to throw, fires down the field, catch made. That was one of the tight ends, number 88, Xavier Solomon. They call him Weapon X guy.
I know, and a tight end, 15, 20 yards down the field? Holy cow. Watch this. Just a little, good thing he turned around. He's just going straight down the field. They let him go. And the timing is perfect as he emerges in a gap there for the 1st down.
The offensive line consists of tackles number 60, DeBrickashaw Molinax, number 72, Perrin Ibarra, guards number 63, Leroy James, and number 66, Finley James, all anchored by center, number 62, St. Nebuchadnezzar. It's going on the all-names. Even Warner hauls in his first catch on the ball game for another Predator 1st down.
That's right. And Nebuchadnezzar reminds me to remind everybody to be on the lookout for vocabulary words, history, random history facts, and pop culture. It's kind of my shtick. Also, I'll comment on football a little bit here and there. oh, you better, says Colin. Okay, gotcha.
You better comment on the game.
But that's what we're about. And as everybody knows, vocabulary is the key to scoring well. And there's a catch.
That's Solomon's 2nd catch of the drive, and he's tackled down there by one of the Houston defenders, Guy Incognito. Number 31, one of 2 free safeties rostered on this team. Alex Perez is up front. Number 55, defensive end. He's joined out there by number 97, Denzel Maverick. Defensive tackles are number 98, Anthony Stover, and KT Slayer. Both Slayer and Stover are tied for the team league in sacks with 3 each. Linebackers, number 52, Jason Pierce, plus outside linebackers Garrett Evans and Crispin III, who leads the team with 50 tackles on the season. Lakeman back to throw, fires, catch made by Onobi. 1st down, Charleston once again.
Don't look now, but Charleston's got themselves a little bit of something cooking here.
Secondary for the Headhunters is a good one. Number 23, Mike Bird, number 26, John Barnhart, and Kai Cash on the corners.
And Barnhart just got run off on that route, a little stop and turn by the receiver. And again, QB finds him. QB1, find me.
Al Ingram III and Blake Preen are the strong safeties. Brady Clark Jones Cognito, number 43, is a strong safety. Give up the middle, Hokeman, his 2nd carry this drive, and that's positive yards. Gives him 9 to set up a 2nd and 1.
Powerful running as he hits that hole and then finds some freedom and still pushes the secondary tacklers around for an extra yard or 2. You got to be nervous if you're the Charlestowners now. Have not really been able to get anything going on defense.
Well, if you're Houston,
Houston.
Warner goes and looks.
What did I say, Charleston?
Never mind. A Storm will pick up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Predators team. Rick, this defense, yes, we spotlighted them in the beginning, but the offense is showing that they have a little mojo in their step.
As I said, yeah, they are they're matriculating themselves down the field. Now, that was last week's vocabulary word. Hope you looked that one up. But here they find themselves 1st and goal on the 1 1/4 line.
And the give to Hoagland, dives in the end zone, touchdown Charleston. He scores.
He body surfs over a couple of linemen to just get inside the end zone there for the score. Great drive, very impressed here. And especially the Rick Meter, which we're going to talk about, is here. And Rick Meter staff is impressed by that one. Also with us is Denver the Service Dog, and we forgot to thank the catering staff here in Charleston because we totally overserved ourselves on the press and VIP buffet for the game started.
Brad Bridget on for the extra point. It's good. He wears number 4, and Eric Blueberry is the punter, number 6. He shall be referred to as Monsieur Blueberry from now on. Remember, Rick, he had a memorable cameo appearance in the divisional playoff game last year when both the Charleston quarterbacks went down.
Yeah, Monsieur Blueberry is no fruit to be trifled with.
Returned by Corky up the middle of the field, past the 30. They'll mark him down at about the 35-yard line as we have an injury down the field.
Uh-oh.
Reserve defensive end Bryce Fisher slow to get up, and the training staff out there quickly.
See if we get a read on big number 65. What's his height and weight again, Colin? Oh, I thought you had that at your fingertips. Colin's amazing in part because, for many reasons, including he sort of memorizes all this stuff.
He is 6'3", 268 pounds.
Yeah, definitely a football player.
Well, Houston went 3 plays on a punt last time. They'll start off with a run here to net them 4 yards.
They had a couple first downs, didn't they? I thought they had a first down or two.
They might have picked up one, but eventually they did.
What game were you watching? Yeah, they stalled out. I was going to say, for the commentary crowd, Houston has now seen what Charleston's capable of on offense, and pressure now swings to the Houston O as they're called upon to match.
Give to Wells. He stopped. They say he picked up one.
Stopped and sort of planted there as he got picked up and going to the turf, WWE style.
Let's introduce you to the rest of the Charleston defense while I'm thinking about it. Defensive ends Anthony Roberson and Dan Dash. Our guys up front. Dash leads the team in sacks. Spent his first 2 years with Queen City as Burr has to vacate the pocket, fires down the field, and it's incomplete. St. Green unable to hold on to it as Noel makes the stop. Those two defensive ends are joined by Anthony Ellison, the rookie, number 69, nice, and number 94, former Jacksonville King member for Dalton.
Yeah, just that last third down play that was an incomplete, Colin. Just shows you what Houston's up against here against the Charlestown defense. Not only did he get did the QB get flushed out of the pocket, but then his only option was to throw in a double coverage to ace Mike St. Green.
Oh, and we got a big punt return up to the Charleston 43. As pulling that off is the young man, number 14, Ian Francis. Boy, Rick, he could have broken that one.
He could have. And he could have waited till I was done with my comment about the incomparable Mike St. Green, but we'll go with it. Look at this. He just keeps.
Breaks 3 tackles, including the 4 punting.
Get the count out here. One tackle. Two tackles. Oh my gosh. Later I gotta have the count my soccer socks.
As Lakeman sets up under the center.
What's your favorite Sesame Street episode?
As Lakeman takes a quick drop back, fires it out. Reed.
Not bad.
Picks up 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Those little swing passes, you know, they like the 3 people who care about me, you know, they drive me crazy, but they do serve a function as like a short yardage running play.
Indeed, they do. It's 2nd and 5. Pitch play to Hoagland, who scored the touchdown. Broke 1 tackle in the backfield, but not the second. Lost of 2. Is that 3rd and 7? If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at Simulationfl.net. Click the Join Community button to begin your career or meet the stars of the SFL and off the field as Kai Cash picks it off and returns it off the middle of the field. It's never too late to be involved, and Kai Cash lifts his team early as the fans here in South Carolina are not happy.
Not happy with that one. They're getting excited about how they were going to take Houston to the woodshed, but Houston de-sparks up with that turnover, and they show out and get the ball back for their offense, buddy.
And for Cash, that is interception number 2 on the season.
2. Maybe I should have yelled 2.
He now puts himself in a 3-way tie for second. A one-handed catch by the Dr. DR Sim. The Hall of Famer's just showing everybody why he's the GOAT as he makes it look easy to set his team up at a 1st and 10.
That's a fabulous catch of the day, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, that is the nice hand sketch of the day. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid hand out in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. Check him out.
Thanks to the incomparable producer, getting that Retroid graphic up there too.
Give to Slap, and Slap charges through the hole, and he stopped there to pick up a 1, and Josh Slap, well, he's no slouch. He's number 3 in carries, number 1 in yards, and number 3 in average, and he's tied for 2nd in touchdowns with teammate GP Wells with 7. So far he's been held in check, 2nd and 9 for Houston, trying to take advantage of the turnover. Here's to get to GP Wells, and GP will make it a 3rd and 4 situation for the Headhunters.
Hey, we're getting down to the end of the first quarter. Just want to give my shout out to Gerald Smith and Axel Raven on stats, helping us look smart and keeping track of everything for official league records. Thanks, guys.
Here's Burr. He's 2 of 5 for 26 yards, but his 2 completions have been relatively big. He's got the 115-yarder to Sim. Oh, back to throw again. Has to move out of pocket. Fires down the field. Oh! Oh! Man open. But Mike St. Green dropped the ball. He must have been eating too much barbecue before the game.
What happened?
Because it'll be 4th and 10. But Sonny J will be on to try a 47-yard attempt.
Oh, I wish we were going to get another look at that because he was uncovered. Oh my gosh.
47-yard attempt from the left. Ash J gets the throw in. And they cash in the turnover for 3 points after the short drive, Rick.
Yeah.
They'll take it, but they were probably hoping for 7.
Obviously, yeah, you always want to score a touchdown. They'll take the 3. And the what ifs with that misfire to Mike St. Green. That would give him a first down in a tasty little field position. But they get 3 points out of it, Colin. We're back to a ball game.
Charleston 4.5 point underdog at home, over under 45.5. Clearly giving respect to these defenses as Francis downs it in the end zone. Ball comes out to the 20.
Yep, the Rick meter wants you to know that both offenses have shown an ability to score, and the Houston defense has a turnover. Sorry, Colin, please continue.
It'll be 1st and 10. Lakeman under the center. Single back is Hopeland. That's actually an I formation as Odobe goes in motion.
Love me the eye.
Back to throws Lakeman. Fires complete to Warner for the first down. So Lakeman, who was 5 of 6 prior to that pass, starts to drive up here with a completion and another fresh set of downs for the team in black.
I previously complimented Davey Burr on his arm strength, and Lakeman showing off there too. Now, there's a reason these guys are QBs at this level in the SFL, and a strong arm is definitely part of that mix, and both these guys got it.
Wholeheartedly agree, as this pass is complete up to Francis, the returner.
Did you notice that was a touch pass too? That wasn't, a lot of guys, just every pass is a rocket or a bullet, and sometimes you got to air it out or rainbow it out, let them run underneath it. Sometimes it's just a little toss, a little light toss right there. Oh, that's very catchable ball in traffic. That's good. The receivers appreciate that. It gives them a chance to confidently make the catch and prepare for what's about to come next, yak or contact.
And Lakeman is 7 of 8. He does have, his one incompletion was a completion to the other team.
It still goes down as an incomplete, right? Also carries the INT tag.
Quick drop back. Oh, one-handed catch by Solomon, the tight end, as he's showing off now, the big fella.
Wow.
It's a pickup of 6 as we end the second quarter. It's 7-3. Charleston in front. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. The SFL is presented by APM News. Colin Northrop, Rick Northrop.
Good evening.
Axel Raven and Gerald Smith are statisticians. Yeah, first quarter was completely dominated by the Predators, 125-40 in the opening stanza in terms of total yards.
And Solomon had the wisdom to make that catch and do it with one hand.
I see what you did there. He has 3 grabs for 45 yards on all 3 of his targets. It's Hoagland picks up the first down by carrying people through the hole.
By backing his way across the line to the line to the gain, line to the gain, to the mound, to the. What song was that? Come on, Rapper's Delight. What is that? That's a hole in my cultural knowledge.
High formation, no motion or receiver. Again, this is Warner.
Way out to the numbers.
Back to throw is like, does his shuffle, fires down the field. It's another interception. This time it is number 25, Blake Preen, his 5th interception of the season.
Preen's got a little post-pick celebration, wagging his finger at Charleston offense, saying no, no, no.
He also leads the team in pass deflections with 8. And introduce you to Charleston linebackers. Number 42 inside is Jack Brown. You'll see a lot of him. And number 45, Mo John Tana, 49. The outside linebackers are number 50, Gino McFly. Number 58, Khalil Thomas. Brown leads the team with 53 tackles and has played 14 seasons in the SFL.
The McFly family, usually tennis stars, but in this case, they've got a football player.
Slap picks up the first down as Houston, they were able to cash in 1 interception for 3 points. Let's see if they can turn it into 7 as Blotner makes the tackle. Alon Simeon encouraging his offensive squad mates to move the ball down the field.
That's right. The doctor is in the cheering section.
Wells picks up 5. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
All right.
Wells picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Sometimes you're my best audience. Sometimes you're my worst audience. Appreciate you.
2 tight ends on the field. Peace and Bovine. Burr is back to throw. Lofts it. He was going for Bovine, but
he almost got an interception out of that one. Yikes.
Matt Ryan, the free safety, had other ideas, and just like that, it's 3rd and 5.
I really like that play, and was that the linebacker that got his paw on that?
That's the free safety.
Free safety came up, yeah. Oh, I like that. Looked like a power run play or a toss or something, and ended up sneaking the guy out into the paddle.
They got 5 wide plus a tight end. 4 wide plus a tight end for 5 total. Oh, intercepted! Intercepted by Sam Blotner, who it turns it up to the Houston tight end 47, and Blotner, who's one of these team leaders in interceptions, grabs his Fourth interception of the year. He was tied with Jacob Clear for the lead, and now he has the lead all to himself.
Well, it's still 8:25 to go in the second quarter. We've had 3 picks already. 2 scores, 1 for each, 3 picks. Holy cow.
And Damon Simeon, who's also the offensive coordinator, has to be scratching his head as Warner hauls it in for a first down.
First down for the Charlestowners, and they're now threatening.
You get another look here. Lakeman just has to adjust in the pocket, throws back across the field, completes it for a big play.
Well, obviously Charleston looking to take advantage here of this turnover and not generate a 4th turnover of their own here. Already in field goal range.
Give to Oakland. He falls forward, and they're going to credit him with 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd 8. There's a look at Damon Simeon on the sidelines, pacing back and forth. There's a look at Kai Cash as one of the interceptions.
Looking to get another one, obviously here. Short drop. Oh,
back
extends
to throw.
it.
Throws, it's intercepted. Intercepted on the play. That is Mike Bird, the second-year corner, and he returns it up to the Houston 21. Do either of these teams want to keep the ball?
Oh, and we're next to the Houston, or the Charleston booth, and we can see the staff in the booth slamming their computers and throwing water bottles. I can't believe it. They're in position to add some points, and another turnover, the 4th of the half.
Oh my goodness, indeed.
Maybe it's time for a little dose of the running game for these 2 QBs.
Interception thrown by John Lakeman today. 4 interceptions total. And Houston control the ball. They start off with a run to slap, and that's some 7 yards.
Yeah, if Houston can sustain a drive, mostly with the running game, they'll do a couple of things. It'll give their defense a chance to take a break and run down this clock closer to halftime.
Did you see Greg Corky was lined up in the backfield next to the slap? That's a little wrinkle we might see at a later date as they line up a 3-player.
Giving the defense something to think about there. Will that come back and bite him, or is it just a little eye candy?
But Jax, here's the give to GP Wells, and GP gets the first down.
I love that. GP just runs a vector, like a 45-degree vector to his right. And
I mean, they call the kid Grand Prix. That's his nickname, and you can see why there. He's got great acceleration through the hole.
Yeah, so if you studied your geometry or even comes in with algebra, that vector, and trig specifically, you know what I'm talking about there.
A slap picks up 4 yards. That'll be 2nd and 6 coming up. And again, Dave Burr, he's 2 of 8 for 26 yards. He has the 1 interception. His quarterback there is 1.
The friends and family of Dave Burr just asked us to calm down on the QBR for now.
Fullback motions with Curtis. Here's the give off to GP Wells, and that sets up a 3rd and 2 as we tick under 6 minutes to go.
In the second
quarter. Liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFL in action, and help the channel grow through your support. 3rd and 2, Houston. They'll go to the ground game again and slap. That's him a first down, as it takes 2 guys to bring him down. That offensive line, Rick, is paving the way.
They're doing a good job right now, following my prescription of relying on the run here.
Two receivers to the top. It'll be another run, this time to GP Wells, and GP gets up over the 50, nets himself 6 yards. It'll be
solid. That's solid. Colin.
2nd and 4.
That's all I got to say.
21 yards on 6 carries for GP. 40 yards on 9 totes of the ball for Slap. Curtis is one catch out of that backfield for 11. That's the other completion that Burr has. So he gives off again to Slap. And that's Wells, rather. And he finds his way to set up a 3rd and 2.
Again, just what the doctor ordered.
2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, Sim. High formation. Pitch out. This is GP Wells, 1st down.
Looked like that might have had a chance to be blown up by the Charleston defense. But GP gives them the old dipsy-do and splits those defenders, picking up the 1st down in the process. Hat tip to our friends north of the border. Or if you're in Detroit, that's south of the border.
Practically next door for all intents and purposes.
Well, it is. Of course it is. It's not practically. It is. And it's
Burr
south.
in the middle. Finds Sim his security blanket. Nets himself 8 yards. It'll be 2nd to his 2nd grab. Got to get Burr going a little bit more. The run game's been effective, Rick, but
yeah,
Burr has to shake it up.
Yep. You know, and this is the part where offensive coordinators can outthink themselves. Run game's working fine. Oh, but we got to pass more. And then they start throwing and get themselves out of rhythm. Look at this. Thing of beauty right now if you're a fan of Smash Mouth football.
Slap picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10, Houston. There was set up. 1st and 10. Burr with 3 wide receivers and 2 backs behind it.
Houston threatening to take the lead here if they can put it in the end zone, Colin.
Burr back to throw. Over the middle. Sim has it. And it'll be 1st down just short of the 10.
Cue the circus music. Dun, 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 as that circus catch gets another 1st down.
Quick drop here. Extends it a little bit. High points the ball perfectly. And that is why he's a 9-time All-Star as the RSN. He can make the routine seem spectacular. 3 grabs for 36 yards on 3 targets for Sim so long. 1st and 10, 2 receivers to the bottom. Corky in the backfield. Back to throws Burr. Oh, down he goes. Sack time. John Domingo lined up close to the line of scrimmage. Came flying down and sacked him for a loss of 6. And the fans are all excited.
Is that the 1st sack of the day for Charleston? I believe it is.
They say it's a loss of 7, but they credit him with 6. 2nd and 16. Now the Predators, and now the Headhunters surely have to throw the ball as they line up with nobody behind Burr. Back to throw. He goes to the end zone, overshoots everybody, and a man open in the end zone. That was Ryan Davis. It'll be 3rd and very long coming up.
Throws it to a little old lady from Savannah, Georgia in the front row there. She'll take that ball home as a souvenir.
Myrtle Beach, more than likely. 3rd and 16.
Well, that didn't go very well. They needed to at least get some of that yardage back.
Now they go 5 wide. They bring an extra receiver out, sub the tight end. Burr back to throw. Has to go to the end zone. Does! It's intercepted instead!
No.
Mark Martin picks it off. And the frustrations for the Houston offense continue.
The Charlestowners tell the out-of-towners to get out of here with that. Throw to the end zone. Oh, my goodness. You know, I was going to say after they threw in the end zone on, was it 2nd and 16? One of the things one of my old managers used to tell me is it's a difficult thing to leap a chasm in a single bound, meaning, you know, you got to hike down across the creek and hike back up. And, You know, they tried to pick it all up, all 16 yards and more on 2 straight plays, throwing plays in the end zone. And they ended up getting a turnover for their trouble.
Oh, we got an injury down on the field. Denzel Maverick is down and injured, so Houston loses a key player up front, and the worries continue to compound for the Headhunters.
Denzel Maverick gingerly ambling off the field there. But it's not too serious. You know, the SFL doctors in medicine are quite good. Sometimes these innocent little things show up later with an update and they're out for the whole game. Let's hope that's not the case.
Totally agree with you, Rick. Let's hope for the best. As Lakeman tipped in the air, incomplete. It's 3rd and 10.
We should have set an over-under on turnovers for this game. Nobody would have believed it. Would have been at least 5.5, and we're only in the 2nd quarter.
3rd and 10, 2:08 left, so this will be most likely the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, warning. Yeah, sorry, I stepped all over your line there. Whoops.
It's Harvey in the chat wondering what's going on with Houston. That's a very good question right now. The defense has to make another play,
and they do.
Guy Incognito leaps in front of the pass, and he gives the ball right back to the Houston offense at the Charleston 44. Back and forth we go.
Six turnovers, 6 interceptions, 6 interceptions. Oh my goodness.
That's the 4th one thrown by Lakeman today. And it's like a tennis match, you know. You watch the lobs go back and forth.
Right.
6 different players have an interception tonight so far in this ball game. It has been absolutely bananas.
Bananas, I love it.
The sim goes in motion. Ball in Charleston 44. Clock stop to a 2 left. It'll go out to Josh Slapp. Only nets him 1 yard. As we reach the 2-minute warning. Watching the SFL on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. Ron Simeon underscoring a little bit of frustration. He notes his team has had 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
In the half, but they only had 3 points.
I know. Damon doing a good job of commenting for us on that. That's a funky stat and not one that they're happy about.
Burr has to scramble. He lost the ball, but I believe Bovine fell on top of it. No, he just grabbed it out of the air and was touched down. Let's see. The Hall of Fame tight end.
A loaf of bread in aisle 3. Doink.
He changed hands after the stiff arm, but the helmet hit right on the football, and luckily for Houston, they recover.
My goodness. How many near disasters and near disasters can we have for both of these offenses? All right, here we go. We're back to where we were about a minute and a half ago in gameplay, with Houston threatening, attempting to take the lead here before the end of the half.
We got an interesting update from the commissioner. He says he's not sure the fumble can be advanced inside the 2-minute warning. It can only be advanced by the fumbler, but I guess it's from where Burr fumbled.
Fumbled it, yeah. Right. That would make sense.
Another run play, the more traditional variety. Timeouts now starting to be expended. This one by Houston. They have 2 left. And Dave Burr has had a bit of an up and down time so far. He's in an empty backfield with 4 wide. Throw. Catch made by the Hall of Famer Bovine, number 89. Second timeout burned by Houston.
Well, the imperative is to get it into the end zone, and they're running out of time and timeouts. And they want to make sure every play is the the correct play for the situation.
Again, the empty backfield. They flipped the formation around a little bit. Burr, quick drop, finds St. Green, who actually holds onto the ball, and timeout called with 54 seconds left. He dropped the previous 2 balls that went his direction, and this time he's able to hang on and set up a 1st and goal.
Oh, I guess Mike St. Green deserved that a little bit, but yes, holds onto the ball this time. Classic.
Again, they go empty backfield. Actually, Josh Schlapp split out wide. Interesting look. Let's see if they go to him on any one of these patterns. Burr back to throw. Has to go to the end zone. Tipped in the air. Incomplete. Bovine was in the neighborhood, but Matt Ryan said,
Yeah, if only they had a timeout or 2 left, their effective running game could kind of take over here. Maybe they got enough time to still do it. The passing game down in the red zone has not been kind.
Now they line up in a traditional shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Back to throw is Burr. Has to go to the end zone. Does. But he threw it over the head of his receiver, who's covered by 2 people. It's 3rd and goal.
Charleston not giving him any options here. Look at that. Triple coverage.
Rick Corky, the intended receiver.
Burr would have been done well just to tuck and run on that play.
And the head coach, J.W. Harshorn, says, "Quit giving me heart attacks."
Indeed.
It's 3rd goal, and they line up this time with 2 backs flanking either side of Burr. 47 seconds and no timeouts. They have to go to the end zone, and they do. Touchdown, Dan Curtis, the fullback.
That's it. That's the one right there. Nice job, Houston. And that's the touchdown the doctor ordered for good health.
And for Dan Curtis, he had 1 catch for 6 yards coming in. That's his first receiving touchdown of the year.
Nice. Opportune. How apropos he should catch that. There's another vocabulary.
That was his 2nd grab, and it's good enough for 6 points. Look at Burr's last 10 pass attempts. Interception, completion, completion, incompletion, interception, completion, completion, incompletion, incompletion, touchdown, 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a crazy chart right there. And what's worse is having an INT on there as a position on the field too. That just took place.
Kickoff is away. Ian Francis on the return. He had a good punt return, and this is a pretty decent little kick return up to the Charleston 34-yard line. Check out these helmets and uniforms by the Predators. The outline of the state of Carolina helmets, it's just pretty fresh.
They're nice. Those uniforms slap, right? Is that how kids talk these days?
I believe
they're fire. They slay. Hit that slay button.
1st and 10 on the 34. Don't get any strange ideas, mister.
By the way, I'm on YouTube on my phone, and doesn't seem to be a like button. Anybody else having that problem?
Reception made over the middle, and Charleston burns the first of their 3 timeouts.
Now, if you've got a like button, I want to see you smash that like button.
Yeah, we need more likes, people.
Likey. Be likey.
All right. Lakeman is 10 of 16 for 144 yards, but he's thrown 4 interceptions. So that means of the 6 incompletions he's credited with, 4 have been to the other team.
Yeah, not good.
Lakeman back to throw, does his little shuffle, fires it out. Oh, I don't know how Benjamin Warner caught it, but he did for a pickup of 9. And the 2nd time out caught by Charles.
And did you see that little sort of touch pass? That's what I'm talking about. Cue the Leonardo DiCaprio gif of him clicking his fingers and pointing at the TV. That's me. Sans the drink.
I formation. One man split out. That is Sullivan.
Sands, that's fancy French based on Latin meaning without.
Throw, and it's nearly intercepted by number 95 for Houston. He hit him right in the hands, and he couldn't grab it.
Well, 24 seconds, but we've seen some crazy good plays here out of Charleston. Do they have enough gas in the tank here to try and get in position to score here?
Sullivan in motion. Again, out of the Joker set.
I'm going to take 2 chunk plays.
Lakeman to throw again. This time he completes it out to Sutherland, and they're going to pocket their one timeout for now, but time is not on their side as they spike it with 12 seconds.
Did you see him looking around, Lakeman, like, yeah, let me see what the defense is here. You knew the whole time he was going to spike it. That cost him a couple seconds. Couple of ticks on the clock, Colin.
That's called acting.
Acting. Well, he hasn't got enough time to be no actor. Not going to pick up the Academy Award for that. Not at this point.
Touche. Warner in motion up to the top of the screen. They're going to call a run to the halfback, Hoagland.
Then there's the last time.
It gets up close to the 30. They have 8 seconds left. They're probably going to try to kick the field goal.
Yeah, to be fair, though, I didn't get my Academy Award for acting. It was for set design. It's okay. Laugh all you want. It's still a gold statue. This is a long one. Let's see.
48 yards. Bridget. Got it. And we're all tied at 10 as they take 40 seconds to go 34 yards in 7th place, and they net themselves 3 points. And just like that, we're level once again.
we're all tied up. We've played 30 minutes of crazy dang football, and we're all tied up. It'll be 2 quarters for all the marbles in the Houston-Charlestown rivalry coming up soon, barring some wacky kick return here, Colin.
Ball fielded in the end zone, coming out, but it is GP Wiles, and GP trying to make like an Indy car, but he's only able to get it up to the 25-yard line. Time will run out in the first half. Well, level at 10, Rick Northup. Your thoughts?
Yeah. As I said, this is crazy. There's I don't know how many, I lost track now of the turnover. 6, did we say? Just in one half, all picks. There was a fumble that was retained by Houston. So that's goofy. You'd think with all those turnovers, there'd be a lot more points on the board. There's only 10. Colin, your thoughts?
Well, it's definitely, there's been plenty of wild swings. The defenses have had their opportunities to grab the ball, but unfortunately for the defenses, the offenses haven't been able to do much with them.
That's right. I guess this first half has been call it what it is. It's a defensive first half. Lots of takeaways. And it's frustrating the offenses, both teams.
Lautner is the halftime key player. The 1 interception, 7 tackles to his name. As we settle back in.
Yes.
I bet both of these coaches were telling the quarterback how to protect the ball.
Make good decisions.
Remember what color jerseys we're wearing.
They went through a color chart in the locker room at halftime. It's like the old aircraft identification charts from the Second World War, right? It's a little known fact that before I got into set design in Hollywood, I made some of those charts for the Army Air Corps and the U.S. Navy in the Pacific, stationed out of Mare Island.
Oh, did you now?
That's
I'm learning something new about you every single day. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the Charleston 30. John Lakeman back to throw. Estes drop back even farther. Dumps it underneath. Only nets him 1 yard. Bird brings down Warner. Let's go to Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam?
Thanks, Colin. Queen City hanging tough, but Logan Lee, after a couple of short dives in the end zone that failed, gets in there. Queen City just missed a field goal, stoinked it off the right upright. 17-3 Canton, 7 minutes to go. Back to you in Charleston.
Ooh, close game indeed.
So Charleston broke the ice, but Canton's come back, right? I recall.
No, Queen City.
Queen City, I'm sorry, yeah. Queen City, Charleston. Queen City broke the ice in that game with the first score, but now they're behind the 8 ball. And look at this.
Xavier Solomon down the middle again. How do you let a guy that tall in a Weapon X who stands at 6'4", 245 pounds get that wide open?
J.W. Hart in the chat with his own thoughts about what should have been said in the locker room at the halftime. Look at me at halftime. Yeah, I can imagine. It's a family show, though. We're going to keep it clean.
2nd and 4. Storm picks up 6 yards on the play. Only his second toe to the football. 2 carries for 10 yards so far. Oakland's been getting the lion's share of the carries here. He gets his 8th carry here, and he sets up a 3rd and 1 as he kind of had to shuffle his feet forward to find daylight.
Yeah, so 3rd and short. Charlestowners have their work cut out for them, namely avoiding turnovers and putting points on the board.
The defensive line pinches in for Houston. They send multiple people, but Oakland runs around it for the first down.
Just gets enough, Colin.
Yep, he didn't need much. He only got about 2 yards, but he needed a 1.
Yeah, they occupied the D line pretty well. They just needed to get a little bit of a seal on the edge, and they do. Just enough to squirt him over the line again.
Lakeman back to throw. Fires down the field.
Oh.
Xavier Sullivan's wide open again. They lost him down the middle of the field, and we 1st and goal, Charleston.
First of all, you don't want to lose one of their best receivers downfield. Second of all, he's a big guy. How do you lose that?
He was wide open. There was only the safety Cognito there to stop him, along with Preen, the other safety man. And he's got 5 catches for 78 yards.
A little bit of a mistake in the defensive secondary, and Lakeman takes advantage of it.
On 6 targets. 18.6 yards per catch.
That seems like a generous spot, by the way. I thought he was down at the 10 and maybe short of the 10.
Throw, tipped in the air, incomplete. Chris Britton, the 3rd. Ooh, he had his mitts on that one, and he was probably thinking about all the green grass in front of him.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I don't know if I'm officially neutral in this game, but I don't know if I could take another red zone turnover.
Speaking of neutral, where's the Rick meter at? We even hadn't gotten an update or an explanation.
You mentioned that. They got one coming here.
Throw to the end zone, knocked away. Warner, the intended receiver. Double coverage there.
The Rick meter ended the half at neutral, and so Rick Meter's watching this possession pretty closely, and we'll review. It starts at neutral, and then if it starts favoring one team or another, it goes advantage, and then if they keep looking good, it goes probable, and then if they're going to win, Rick Meter will say book it. Advantage, probable, book it is the progression. We're sitting at neutral right now.
4 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom. The motion 1, that's the speedy youngster Francis. Number 14 to make a more 2x2 set. Well, his split is very tight compared to the guy on his same side. Lakeman throws to the end zone, tipped in, incomplete. Breen had it go right through his fingers. If he wouldn't have tipped it, Rick, it probably would have been a touchdown for Francis.
Probably would have been. It was nearly a pick. It was nearly a touchdown. It was nearly a pick, and it ends up incomplete. Just, hats off to the defenses here, playing tough when it counts.
Here's Brechet on for his second field goal attempt. Remember, he made a field goal at the end of the first half to tie the game. Now this is to break the tie. A little bit closer in 26 yards. Snap, spot kick is on the way. Good. 10 plays, 61 yards. 2 minutes, 51 seconds taken off the clock. It's Damon Simeon. He's probably thinking to himself, man, these DBs got to work on the jugs machine and start catching these things.
Right, do some jugs work. That's hilarious. Well, they go down the field and put some points on the board. All right, Houston.
Takayuki says that was a near pick, but instead it's 3 points, and they're trailing by 3. As Corky takes it out of the end zone, runs up the middle past the 20 to 25 to the 28. And you see the numbers raking. It's
look how
lopsided.
Yeah, it's very in favor of Charleston, but only a 3-point advantage at this time in the game.
7:03 to go in the third. Down by 3 is Houston. They had the ball on their own 28-yard line. Jay Burr under center.
It's got to be, as you said, good with the rock, making smart choices in the passing game.
Here's to get the slap, and Slap only picks up 2 yards as Ryan makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Their running game doing pretty well there in the second quarter. Let's see if they continue to lean on that here in this drive.
2nd and 8 on the eye. Give to Wells. Milled it. Slap. It's a 3rd and 4. Here we go.
An early 3rd down test.
And JW with an interesting point in the chat. I'd forgotten that Brechet had announced earlier this year that this year was going to be his last ride, so to speak.
Oh!
As Burns down for the sack. Tackle made by number 50. That is Robertson.
And that sack's got everybody in Charleston excited.
No, that's Gino McFly. There's
McFly.
And that was definitely no chicken sack either.
Tell you what, and in addition to everybody in Charleston being excited with that sack, the Rick Meter staff is excited because they're going to move the needle to advantage Charleston. Rick Meter.
Ball is on the Predator 35-yard line. 5:48 to go in the third. And Gino McFly, well, he definitely left his mark on Dave Burr that time. 2nd time Burr has been sacked this football game. 1st and 10 of 35, 3-point lead for the Preds. Like under the center, out of the weak guy, no motion Davius Reed. He's been in the league 14 seasons. This is his 2nd year with the Predator organization. He's been around the block with several teams, including Los Angeles.
Oh,
as Cash knocks it away, pass intended for Warner, 2nd down.
I'm not sure on either side counts some of these passing concepts. They're just, short drops and trying to get these quick slants, and it's not open.
These outs, too.
Yeah.
Don't forget the outs.
I mean, take a deeper drop. Let a couple of things develop, especially when both secondaries are on fire.
Here they got Terrell Sutherland lined up at tight end. They don't go his direction. They go Solomon instead, but it's incomplete.
Again, it's like 3 steps and fire, and nobody's had a chance to make a break or get open. And also you can run some route patterns that can get the secondary on their heels later in the game because they start getting burned on the stop and goes or the double moves. Back skinny posts.
Back to throw. Lakeman down the field. They go to Warner, who makes the catch and puts it over to 50 for a first down. And for Warner, he just continues to be solid and steady. That's his 6th grab on 8 targets for 77 yards. First and 10 for Charleston as they're on the move. The 2024 SFL convention is headed to South Shore Harbor Resort in League City, Texas, just south of Houston, July 12th through the 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgate, pool party, and more. For all convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room, see the event schedule, and more. As that run by Hoagland was solid, Rick. That's him another first down.
That was, yeah, an exciting run too. I mean, 2 exciting things happening there: the announcement, the shill for the convention, and also that run. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's definitely been impressive how Hoagland's been running the ball as Warner makes another impressive catch, holding on for a pickup of 8. That'll be 2nd and 2 as a result.
Well, don't look now. Charleston's knocking on the door of the red area.
2nd and 2.
We're going to our more formal commentary.
Give to Hoagland, has to wiggle through, but cannot.
That attempt at rushing the pigskin yielded nothing for the Charleston team.
It was 2nd and 3, got 1. It'll be 3rd and 2. Offensive players in the chat pleading for a stop somehow.
It's a toss.
Pitch out to Hoagland, breaks the tackle, breaks the 2nd tackle. He has the first down and more, already tackled just short of the 20.
Looks like they had him stop behind the line, then behind the line to gain. Hoagland says, "Ha ha, I laugh in your general direction."
That was 2 broken tackles.
Here we go again. There's been a few old school formations.
Throw down the middle to Sullivan. He has a touchdown.
Just like that. The middle's open again, Colin, and he hits it.
As Sullivan breaks the plane. The plane. The plane has landed in the end zone. Touchdown. Predators, and Weapon X has been rewarded for all his hard work as he finds the end zone for 6 points.
Wow. That was a nice play, and good job exploiting some miscommunication or weaknesses suddenly in that, showing up in that Houston secondary on that drive.
His 2nd receiving touchdown of the year, and for John Lakeman, that's only his 6th passing touchdown of the year.
So the Rick Meter's got some news for everybody. The Rick Meter team is looking at stats domination by Charleston, and now a 2-score 10-point lead. They're going to probable Charleston. Probable Charleston, which means Houston's going to have to not only even the game but outplay them quite a bit now to have a chance to fight the tape from the Rick Meter.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see what the offense has planned, and all of a sudden this has turned into a multi-score deficit, Rick. And I think Houston has to gear themselves more toward the pass, which they're not really designed to do. It's more of a rush first team.
Yeah.
We'll start with a run here to Flappy, and that's 5 yards.
Hey, I'm not dissing the Rick Meter here, but I would agree with you, Colin. The rushing game is good for the Headhunters, and there's ample time to have 2 strong rushing-based drives to even the score, take the lead. But we'll see.
They'll set up a 3rd and 3 following the Wells handoff. There's Jacob Clear on the sideline. The native Aussie.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that. Australia. Rules. A lovely place.
Two tight ends, high formation. Here they give to Wells on 3rd and 3, and they say got the first down. No, that's slap.
Ended up being stationed in Sydney or Melbourne for a while for the U.S. Navy after the Second World War, and we were helping run some of the nuclear tests out in the South Pacific. Australia's a great place.
There's the give to Wells, and Wells will net himself 4 yards as the ground game continues to churn out yards, Rick. But you think they would have to get a big strike at some point.
You'd think. I'm hesitant with the turnovers that have happened in this game, although we haven't had one so far in the second half.
Although we've had some near misses.
But you're right. They're going to need
although
a little
again,
more
plays
production.
Like that where you pick up a first down, you really can't complain.
That play slapped.
I see what you did there. 18 carries for slap.
What did I do?
Average
What did I do?
Average is only 3.6, but they've been meaningful yards most of the time. 3 wide, another run, 2 Wells up the middle, falling forward, gets 9.5.
9.5.
We're gonna call it second and less than 1.
The whole 9 yards. All right, so who knows what the whole 9 yards refers to without Googling it? Come on, give you a second.
No Google.
Googling. Pull it out of your own brain, not the internet brain.
Get the slap again, makes the juke move, brings it, tackle, gets the first down. Easily.
Yeah, like I said, running game's working. You're not wrong, Colin, that they could use some chunk plays to not use as much clock on these drives, but they may not have it in them.
Houston started the season 3-0 before losing in week 4 to Fort Worth. And following a bye, they had 2 straight wins versus Portland and Tulsa before getting humbled by the Classics a week ago. In fact, their strength of defeat is number 1, as the 2 opponents they lost to are combined 12 and 2. That's good for number 1 in the league. There's some fancy motion back in the backfield will result in an end off the Wells, and that's 5.
Yeah, but look at this, running game, 2nd and 5, that's ahead of the chains. So J.W. Hart with a good response on the whole 9 yards. Yes, there was a Bruce Willis movie. That same name. Well, after this play, we'll enlighten you a little bit more.
2 tight ends. Here's the give off to Flap, and this drive, it's been all ground based as we end the 3rd quarter. Put your 4s, 12s, 86s, 68s in the chat. As Houston trails 20-10, but they had the ball on the move. And now a word from the Simulation Football League.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Welcome back to Charleston, South Carolina. Colin Northrop, Rick Northrop here with you. As APM Music brings is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and find the perfect tracks for your project, visit apmmusic.com. As they start off the 4th quarter here with a run play. And that's 2nd and 5. Curtis in motion. Well, the runs have netted them positive so far as it sets up 3rd and inches.
Yes, they have. Yeah, and we'll go back to the whole 9 yards real quick. So, yes, there's a movie with Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry, who just passed away. I believe they said he was on some heart medication and didn't go well with his being in the hot tub. Sorry to see that.
Yep.
Oh,
Slap
no!
hung up behind
They
his
hold
blockers,
him.
and he lost a yard.
They hold him, Colin.
Oh, boy.
Well, it's a 10-point game. That's a touchdown and a field goal. We'll take their field goal points here.
It'll be a 29-yard attempt by Sonny J. Already made one field goal today. There's 11-11 coming into the game.
Ooh!
And now make that 13 for 13 as
You see that snap lay on the ground there for just a second?
and the back quarterback, Kopech, doing some athletic
go.
moves
Whoop.
here.
He didn't even turn the laces around. He kicked the laces and still got it. Holy smoke, mad skills right there. Right chair. Call a good play, right chair.
8:45 to go in the football game. It's now 20-13 our score.
So what the whole 9 yards refers to is in the Second World War, if you were a gunner on the 50 cal in a bomber, your machine gun belt was 27 feet long. You divide that by 3, that's 9 yards. So if you were getting attacked, you may have had to give them the whole 9 yards. And that's the semi-truthful, maybe semi-rumor story, origin story, but behind the whole 9 yards. Getting the whole 9 yards. It's your 50 cal doing work.
Appreciate the history lesson, partner.
You're welcome. Oh, I got a million of them.
As it's first and 10 at the Charleston 32. Backs his own Lakeman over the middle. Davius Reed with the catch. And hey, JW says he learned something.
That's a wild fact. It's true. Hey, I knew a guy that was a top turret gunner on a B-17, and the test was you're back to the shooting range with your shotgun open, no shells in it, a shell in your pocket. You yelled pull. You had to turn around, load your gun, close the breech, sight the clay pigeon, and shoot it. If you could do that, then they stuck you in the top turret of a B-17, which I guess was really no prize, but that was the test for how good you were, how good of a shot.
As they net another first down here. Lakeman has thrown no yards to the right side tonight. They've all been down the middle. 225 in the middle. Another pass down that way, and Olubi unable to haul it in. It'll be 2nd and 10, only 36 yards to the left side. Axel Raven, Gerald Smith keeping track of the facts and figures for us. And they're telling us that John Lakeman is 19 of 32, 260 yards.
Oh my
One
goodness.
touchdown, 4 interceptions. But he's averaging 8.1 yards per attempt, so
Well,
it's not all bad.
He's got a 7-point lead, and the Rick meter is advantage right now, or probable for him right now.
Dumps it underneath the Reed.
Lakeman's got a lot going for him.
That'll net him a few yards. That'll set up 3rd and 7 for Charleston. And as far as 3rd down goes, in 3rd down they've been 3 of 4 this half, 4 of 7 overall. Well, 1 of 3 in the first half. Much better here in the second. Back to throw, like dumps it underneath the Sarah Stormy stiff arms, and the former wide receiver makes it look easy. First down, Predator.
Wow, I had a full head of steam there, and you got the, one of Newton's principles on display there. An object in motion tends to stay in motion as he just motors down the field.
Al Ingram III was the poor stiff arm victim.
Stiff arm victim. The SAV. He might be the SAV of the game. You just invented something new, okay? The stiff arm victim of the game.
I'm glad you like it. As Hogan comes in for a carry, and we'll move forward for.
Oh, this just in. The Arm and Hammer people want to sponsor your stiff arm of the game. Stiff arm victim of the game award. Brought to you by Arm and Hammer.
We have two tight ends. Sandcastle joins Solomon. Underneath is Warner. He was wide open. Nobody picked him up underneath. And gets a first down as the clock approaches under 6 minutes to go. And John Lakeman, he's had his roller coaster ride, but so far, Rick, in this quarter, it's definitely smoothed out.
Yes, much cleaner second half for him.
John Lakeman throws.
Ooh.
Warner unable to haul it in.
Maybe trying to bite off a little more than he could chew there. That was kind of an aggressive play into that coverage, right? You had to basically walk up and hand it to him as he was covered short and deep. Hey, I want to mention to everybody, it's make sure you're eating your dried grapes. A lot of health benefits from that. You know, Colin, I'm just all about raising awareness.
I see what you did there.
Stop laughing at the bad jokes. You give it away. Oh, there's a
Auto B first down. As he somehow got the wounded duck out of the air.
Oh my
Lakeman
God.
was in as he threw, as you were busy telling your raisin joke.
Oh my bad jokes. Got a million of them.
Tackle made out there by Mike Bird. We get a look at the stats, and they paint a pretty clear picture. Houston leads the rushing department, but thanks to a big passing day by that guy who's hooked up with Xavier Solomon for another first and goal. Be a first down for Charleston. As folks are talking about that last play, they can't believe that play actually went off positively for the Predators.
Yeah. Well, you know you're going to get a break that goes against you and a break that goes your way, and Charleston just saw the break that goes their way. Of course, the debit and credit side of that is the break against Houston.
As the throw goes to the end zone, Xavier Solomon, have yourself a day, his second receiving touchdown of this football game.
That sends the cheerleader squad into a round-off routine there, and they answer that field goal with a touchdown, Colin.
And for Weapon X, he continues his breakout performance as Lakeman, with that throw, has broken the 300-yard barrier.
Wow. That's crazy. And with that extra point, 27-13, 4:57 to go, Colin. The Rick meter is going book it for Charleston.
They got 11 plays, a nice 69 yards, and that takes a couple minutes off the clock and change.
It does. Houston's still down by 2 scores, but now it's 2 full touchdowns.
With just under 5 minutes.
And the running game is working, but now the passing game is going to have to get busy.
Ball down in the end zone. Ball comes out to the 20-yard line. And the team that uses the hashtag a lot, the Apex Predator hashtag, they've been playing like they're at the apex today. Xavier Solomon, first career multi-TD, 100-yard game. He has 131 on 8 grabs and 2 touchdowns. Burr has to put it up, but that first ball falls to the turf. Ryan Davis, the intended receiver.
Well, you know, before the game, I was checking out Charleston, and I saw a nice flock of cows today.
Oh, yeah? I've heard of cows.
Of course I have. They go moo.
I see it. Stop.
Oh!
As Sim somehow hauls that one in. And the Headhunters will go in a hurry up now. Burr back to throw. Dave Burr finds
Nice.
Sim again.
Suddenly a passing game, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
And with that, he is now 9 of 20. He's back to throw. Attempt number 21. This will fall in the turf. 2nd and 10 as Burr shakes it off.
You know, that was scarily like a lot of pass plays in the first half, Colin. They're just rockets to nobody. Unlike the Ramones, Rocket to Russia. Great album. Rocket to nobody doesn't help anything.
2nd and 10, 4:28. Clock stop. Burr back to throw, and Dave Burr down the middle. Tiberius Bowman with a catch. He has a first down.
Not a bad idea to exploit the middle. Charleston's been doing that too. Some success.
He's back to throw again. Fires.
Look out.
Tipped in the air, incomplete. Sim unable to haul it in. Martin causes the incompletion. 2nd and 10, 4:15 left. Upcoming schedule, Headhunters have the Mexico City Aztecs at home, followed by a bye in Week 11 and another home game. The home finale in Week 12 against Atlanta, followed by a 2-game road trip at Arizona and at Louisiana to close out the season. Against Charleston's schedule. After this play, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Headhunters desperately trying to close the gap here.
Throw to Bovine. Nice catch made.
That's another first down, Colin. Here we go.
2nd grab on the drive for Bovine. Throw to Sim, incomplete.
That was just a little off kilter, Colin. That if he'd hit him in stride, he had inside leverage. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. That was going to be a big play.
Clock stop 4:01. For Charleston, they have a road trip to Texas. They'll play Fort Worth for Week 10, followed by a home trip to Queen City for Week 11. Got a man in motion. That's Davis to the bottom of the screen. Throw, Burr. Ooh, tipped and incomplete. Bovine and the receiver. It's 3rd and 10.
Two misfires there, Colin, in the last two plays, and there's no margin for error here. If you're Houston, you've got to execute, you've got to be clean, and you got to get this thing in the end zone.
Wholeheartedly agree with you there. Charleston finishes up the regular season with a 2-game road trip at Atlanta, then at Minnesota in Week 14. Burr fires. Catch made. Mike St. Green, and the chef is on his way, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
There we go. Mike St. Green with a catch. I love it. Love you, Mike. Don't take that the wrong way.
And for Mike St. Green, that's only his 2nd receiving touchdown of the year, and this one was all yak.
He runs around 27. Was that 27's mouth guard that went flying as he dove for him?
Yeah, it might have been Matt Ryan's mouth guard.
Something came off the body as he was desperately grasping at air as Mike St. Green ran right around him. What a cool play.
So it's 27-19 pending the extra point. It's good.
So they do it, Colin. They throw the ball and they stick it in the end zone, just as you had called for.
3:51 left. They have to try not to kick it.
Are you sure? I was just say, do you kick it? Oh, they are. They're going to go onside. I might kick it away and play defense, but here we go.
Kickoff right to the guy, and he returns it up to the Houston 20.
Instantly in field goal range, which is the risk reward, right? What's the trade-off I'm going to make? And I would have chosen to play defense, but they're going for it. I didn't think it was quite that desperation. I didn't think they were quite that desperate at that time, but here we are.
Clock stop, 3:48. Left to go in the football game. It'll be 1st and 10 for Charleston out of the I.
So at this point, you just run the ball and try and force Houston to burn their timeouts and then kick a field goal. And then put some cold ones on ice.
Toss out to the left. Cash with the tackle, no gain on the play. Tomorrow night, the DC Dragons visit the Seattle Nemesis in the Battle of Top Teams at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also check out Indianapolis, Tulsa, Vancouver, Los Angeles, and Mexico City, Atlanta. For the full weekend schedule, visit simulationfl.net. Nick Hoagland, 15 carries, 61 yards.
Take this thing under 5 on the snap clock. There they go.
Get to Hoagland. He was able to find a little more room.
There's 36 seconds available to burn off the clock every snap. And they understand that, Colin. That's what's happening right now.
3rd and 7. And they line up in an empty shotgun. Okay, this is weird. I'm assuming they know what they're doing.
Oh
Xavier Solomon in motion. Play clock at 4, 3, 2. They get away. Lakeman the throw. He's gonna run.
Nice.
And he's not gonna get the first down, but he's gonna drain the rest of the clock down to the 2-minute warning. Must have taken a peek downfield after the little impromptu rollout down there. Didn't see anything, so he scrambled for what he could. Smart play. We reached the 2-minute warning. We're watching the SFL on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. Field goal unit on. To stretch this lead back up. Snap, spot kick is good. And just like that, it's a 10-point game again.
A game with a $157. Our team staff is feeling pretty confident in that book it for Charleston, which they want to point out they made very early in the 4th quarter.
Oh, they're rubbing it in our nose.
I know, right? Man, those guys are a piece of work. It's amazing what a steady diet of Mountain Dew and Pop-Tarts can do to a person.
It is quite amazing, especially the amount those guys do.
Yeah, they don't eat right. I was gonna say, they don't eat right.
Well, the final of the other game wins again. They beat Queen City 24-3, although the Corsairs hung in tough. But eventually, the Canton overall defensive machine was just a little too much.
Got mad they gave up a field goal and promptly put the screws to them. Uh-oh.
Draw it to St. Green, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That wasn't really St. Green's fault that time. Well covered, and I think it was kind of a, well, let's see if you can catch this near the turf because you're covered so well.
It's a good effort by both teams, really. But ultimately, it was the big plays by Charleston's passing attack combined with Houston's inability to cash in on the mistakes by John Lakeman that have been the difference in this ball game as Houston will burn their first timeout.
That's right. It's been a crazy game in the first half and a pretty impressive second half for Charleston. Charlestowners grinding out a lead and then preserving it here.
I got a question for you after this play. Is Burr?
I got an answer for you. No.
Looks under the center. Throw tipped and incomplete. Why do you say Charlestown? It's Charleston.
I know. Well, it used to be Charlestown back when the British first settled, or it was first settled as city. Just my thing, right? Charlestown. Charleston.
Reminds me.
Predators.
Reminds me of people in Slapshot saying it like that.
Right,
Charlestown.
Charlestown, yeah. Right. Hey, you know, you're not. I'm not the only old-timey guy. I don't think your joke should begin with "hear ye, hear ye."
As Davis holds that in. Timeout called again by Houston.
Let's just recap. Hopefully, you've been entertained by football and learned a few things. Matriculate, incomparable, apropos, and sans are your vocabulary words for tonight. Oh, really only one good cultural reference, whole 9 yards. Others include The Count from Sesame Street, Marty McFly and Family, Tennis Stars at the end of the first movie, right?
Of course.
And one Monty Python reference, so I laugh in your general direction. And I think we did an Urkel imitation along the way, so that's our recap. You had those squares on your bingo card. You're a winner.
4th and 1. They're going to be out there with an empty backfield. 5 wide in total, including a tight end, slap, and motion.
And if you are a winner, you can stop by the SFL World Headquarters in Nacoswitchadosha, Califragilistic, Louisiana. Pick up your prize.
Slap, unable to haul that in, and pass thrown his way. Charleston takes over with 1:35 left.
And that's going to be, is there one Houston timeout left? I can't.
There is.
There is one. So they can stop the clock once. One timeout. Ray Colston. I do love Monty Python. It's a debacle hinge point for anybody who cares to dive wholeheartedly into their work.
And if you haven't seen it, first of all, have you been living under a rock?
What?
If you haven't seen Monty,
why are you looking at me?
if you haven't seen Monty
I
Python,
don't live under a rock.
Monty Python.
Monty Python. Yes, we already shilled for Monty Python. And there's another victory formation.
So the Predators, after starting 0 for 4, and now run their winning streak to 4 games.
They will run 4. They will go to 4 in a row. How many is 4?
And the first 4 games, of course, they lost. The only one that was really bad was 30-10 in Week 3 to Arizona. Other than that, they had a 4-point loss here and a couple of 3-point losses to start the season. But since then, they've rattled off the 3 wins. They got to keep the Corbin Cup a week ago against their neighbors to the north in Raleigh, North Carolina, by beating the Skyhawks 34-7 for the largest margin of victory. Kneel downs have salted this one away. I see Michelle Blueberry on the field, but it looks like they're not in any hurry to snap this football yet.
Right, they may just. No, they probably will. Let's snap it soon. You can force the big uglies up front to hold their stance, which they hate, waiting for prima donna kickers.
It's away. Fielded at the sideline. Corky spinning, pinballing to the 26. Houston will get one play as the clock is stopped with 5 seconds left.
Thanks for the compliment, Mark Daniel Lopez. Appreciate you. And Mark Martin, in all caps, very excited. In the chat, that is.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, good sir.
Exactly. All right. 5 seconds left. Everybody go long. See what we can do here.
Everybody go deep past the parked car. Burr lobs it in the air. One-handed catch by Sim to close proceedings. And Hall of Famer going out in style for this football game as he snags this one.
Well, that's gonna do it. As I said, Colin, I thought this game was very entertaining, especially the first half, where they turnovered themselves to a tie at 10, and the second half, Charleston just grinds it out. Houston can't match.
That's the game. Charleston wins 30-20. Rick, as we go through the final stats here, what are your thoughts for as far as who played the game?
These are actually more even. Stats are more even than they were than I expected, and certainly about 3/4 of the way or halfway through the game. Player of the game. I don't know, Colin. A lot of times it's the QB, but
time of possession.
QB had a lot of issues, right?
Right.
So who would you pick?
I'd pick Xavier Sullivan as tight end.
Yeah, the X Factor, the X Man, what's the nickname?
Weapon X.
Weapon X. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Just for the nickname, give it consideration. Yeah, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Tough game for Houston.
Sam Blotner also stands out. He had 8 tackles. Josh Slapp had 22 carries. Benjamin Warner, 8 grabs. Both teams down to Mango, 11 total tackles. Bunch of people with an interception. First downs pretty even for Colin Northrup, Rick Northrup, Gerald Smith, and Axel Raven on stats. Thanks, guys. Our executive producer, Cameron Irvine. Thank you guys so much, and have a good rest of your evening.